Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue Phantasy Star 3, Generations of Doom. So let's fire it up. Alright, in our previous episode, we finished Ain's adventure. We successfully journeyed to Azura, also known as Satellite, and we confronted and defeated Siren, who he really had a chip on his shoulder. He was still mad about the war from 1,000 years ago, still hated Layans, and even after we defeated him, he just disappeared, saying basically it's not over yet. The guy still couldn't get over himself and what had happened. So what we need to do now is set back the clock a little bit. We're not going to load a game, but we're going to load a save state and go to the wedding of Reese. Wait, no, B, no. We need to load, not save. There we go. So, what if Reese had married Lena instead of Maya? Well, let's find out. Though I sought Maya, I choose you, blah blah blah. You don't even know. You didn't know either of them. I mean, presumably. Let's return home to Landon and Satera because, you know, when Lena bails you out of the dungeon, she's like introducing herself. Let's return home. Yep, they united their homelands, Satera and Landon. Soon a son, Nial, was born to Reese and Lena. Peace settled over the land as Nial grew up. When Nial was 18, evil once again stirred. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. A messenger from Satera, King Reese. Oh, right. Queen Lena, monsters have invaded Satera. Your father has died in battle. Please help us. Oh, that's sad. Your mother's land is being overrun, Nial. Journey westward and see who is invading Satera. Take Ren and Mew, but be careful. Okay, thanks, Dad. Alright, what do you have to say? Don't worry, Nial. I will protect Landon. So, Reese having married Lena has definitely retained more of his tough warrior attitude and personality than when he married Maya. Because when he married Maya, I commented on obviously how he would lose the pants of the family, and that he definitely did. His shoulder pads aren't quite as poofy though, that's for sure. Maybe he just passed him down to Nial because look at Nial. He's obviously Orakian, broad-shouldered, strong-faced, chiseled, and that, you know, that dark brown hair, which is... Sil and Shishoran are Layan lands, of course, but Layans can be found elsewhere as well. So anyway, Nial is obviously Orakian. I think that comment that King Reese makes at the end is... I think mostly for the player. Let's see, what does Lena say? Please save my homeland, Nial. Okay. Let's see if there are any other people in the castle that have any commentary for us. Oh, hello, sir. These monsters came from the west, they say. Okay, so not from the east. So I think that comment is to try and deter us from investigating the cave that goes to Aquatica. Loon's army must be stopped or we're doomed. In fact, I don't think that we can go to Aquatica. I think the same soldiers... Satera has been wiped out by that vile Loon. Oh no. The same soldiers of Loon will prevent us from going there. Which makes sense in Nial's generation. It didn't in Ain's, of course, which we've talked about. This awful news has devastated your mother. And... no one in this room. But hey, the mirror's still here. That's cool, from like the bridal room where Maya was preparing to marry Reese before the Dragon Knight came and snatched her away. Okay, let us head out. Let's talk to the townspeople a little bit. As long as you're here, Landon will be safe. So anyway, also, in addition to, I think that we're not able to go to Aquatica, I don't think that I think that King Rhys is trying to tell us that, look, we made peace with Lyle, we made peace with Maya, we made peace with King Sil. You know, I beat down both of them. They're not going to try anything. And their kids probably aren't even... Ooh, hey, can I go into the dungeon? I can. Hey. Let's get these chests here. It's free stuff, and plus we can blabber a little bit more, because it's time for another Phantasy Star Theory. So anyway, before we get to that, actually, my commentary that I wanted to finish about so the Layans. Yeah, so Sil and Shisoran are at peace with Landon and Satera, we can say, right? We can say that a peace has been established, even if Rhys chooses to marry Lena. So now let's talk about the whole parallel, another parallel theory, and this one's a little more wild than some, and this all has to do with how the generations of Nial. Wait, there's nothing down this one. How the generations of Nial and Ain can coexist together. So the theory is this, and I didn't come up with any of this. I think I've, in the the days of internet forum browsing and conversations, I may have commented on it, but I cannot take credit to any corroboration on it. But anyway, the theory is this: that both generations, Ain and Nial, could totally coexist, completely 100%, regardless of who Rhys married. And this is how. So, doesn't matter if Rhys marries Maya or Lena, that is totally inconsequential. Because here's why. Let's say that Ain and Nial are born around the same time. And that's totally plausible to say that Ain and Nial were born maybe not exactly the same time. Hey, what's up, Dad? Nice little trapdoor you have in the floor here. Anyway, not to say that they were born exactly the same time, but let's say that they were born even a year or two apart, right? Let's say even, doesn't matter if Nial would be born first or Ain would be born first. So, Ain's adventure starts when he's 15, so he's much younger when he starts his adventure. And as he saves his people, all of the survivors of Sil and Shisoran move to Azura to survive the onslaught of cyborgs, right? That all of that could have happened. Let's say if Rhys had married Lena, all that could have happened unbeknownst to anybody. Let's see. The Twins Ruby is the key to another world that lies beyond a cave far to the south. Aha, yes, the Twins Ruby will come into play. And so, doesn't matter if Rhys is king of Landon or king of Sil, all of the residents of Shisoran and Sil would have been in Azura, right? In this parallel, this parallel universe where both of them exist together. So they're gone. And Siren has been defeated already. The cyborg armies has already been taken care of. And then Nial's adventures take place. We can totally hypothesize that, well, Ren and Mew were sent to assist Nial, who also is a descendant of Orekio, because, let's say at this point, it would be, King Ain King Ain would see what's happening with the monsters attacking Landon or Satera, and he would recognize that, oh hey, what's going on? Why are there Layan monsters attacking an Arakian town? This isn't any of our doing. We don't know what's going on. So it stands to reason that Ain totally could have sent Mew and Ren to not only investigate, but to assist if needed. So they came back down to the Elisa 3, or to Landon, to assist and aid. And and then we have the beginning of this adventure, where Nial begins his quest to find out what's happening with all of the monsters here. Because let's go to the east a little bit. Let's go to that cave. I'm pretty sure that even though we do have the sapphire, let's see, I think go down here, right? That we're gonna be stopped, that we can't go to Aquatica. Let's double check just to make sure that I'm not going crazy. I think that also one note. I think that if we compare like the cyborgs versus the monsters, I think that if I remember correctly, I think that on average the monsters give more Meseta but less experience. I don't remember if that's true or not. We're fine. So anyway, let's go check this just to see. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna be blocked by Loon's soldiers. All right. Oh, and Nial is, of course, since he's pure Arakian, he's stronger, more, all of his strength is physical. He can't cast techniques, so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to spam overpowered Gyres spells whenever we want, kind of like we could with Ain. But that is okay, because even though we have to be careful at the beginning, we will soon get other party members that can cast healing as well. Sapphire glows. Okay, yeah, and then yep, it says I thought. Cannot enter. Loon forbids it. Okay, and this makes more sense, right? It's like, okay, we've heard Loon before. Who is he? I think there's just the. Oh, are these the same monsters as Generation 1? That's weird. Ow. Oh. Do I need to redistribute Mew's techniques? Nah, I think we're fine. Okay, so anyway, yeah, we can't even go to Aquatica, which further illustrates and further provides an enabling argument that the parallel, that Nial and Ain could coexist, right? So Reese makes his comment about, well, there are Layans that could come from elsewhere, not just Syl and Shasoran from Aquatica. Well, since we're blocked from going to Aquatica, we couldn't find out one way or the other. We can't go check on Lyle and Maya and everybody over there because Loon is blocking us from going. So Aquatica isn't even somewhere that we can access in Nial's adventure. So that part of it fits as well, and so Ain and Maya and all the people of Syl and Shasoran, they would have fled up to Azura, and Nial and Lena and all the Arakians over here, they would have never known the difference. So then the question is asked, well, if Ain's adventure, oh hello, that's a good thing that we've got Ren's ceramic shot. Well, if Ain's adventure, if that, how do you explain Landon and Satera and Ilan and Yatta? In fact, let's visit Yatta. We're gonna visit these old towns here. Not in really we're not in any hurry, so let's just go there and check it out. Let's see, come on. So, you know, why are all the Iraqians towns deserted? Well, hello, sir. Loon's monsters first appeared near our city. Oh, okay. Could this truly be the Loon of ancient legends? I don't know. Probably, though. This old boat captain is probably not around anymore. Yeah, as you notice, there's no boat anymore. Alright, let's go in here and check the shops. So the townspeople, they've seen the monsters roaming around. So anyway, going back to, you know, where we were talking about in the theory here. So what about, let's see, Loon used to be Leia's right-hand man. All the Iraqian towns that were deserted when you're playing Ain. Well, it was, I think it was pretty obvious that Siren had instituted some kind of, I don't know, call it martial law, call it, I don't know what you want to call it, some form of martial law that would have caused the Iraqians to either flee themselves, or they could have been put in, I don't want to say camps, but that, you know, they could have been forced out of their cities, as some, we could call it like some kind of a protocol, right? They, since they're all cyborgs, they're following orders and protocols, and they could have taken the Iraqians and said, okay, we need, you know, you are forced now to desert these cities because, you know, there are Layans coming or whatever it was. So that would have been, you know, part of Siren's doing. And then after Siren was defeated, everybody returned home. You know, that's pretty easy explanation there for all the Iraqians towns that were deserted. So then what about Sarai, right? Could Sarai also, you know, Sarai would be Nial's sister, right? Right. Well, we know that Sarai is extremely powerful. She probably, you know, would have been Nial's older sister, and let's be honest, she could kick the pants off of Nial, in a one-on-one. So I don't think we need to question whether or not, you know, Sarai was the stronger of the two. So Sarai was the one who volunteered to stay behind and get to the bottom of things, right? That's what I would imagine. You know, Sarai had a very strong personality. She would be one who would say, well, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I don't understand what the cyborg invasion is all about. The cyborgs aren't attacking me. You know, what's the deal? And then, of course, Ain shows up. And Sarai, whether or not Ain marries Sarai, Sarai remains with the people of, you know, Sil and Shasoran. Please defend Ilan from Loon. So everyone's worried about Loon. And that's an interesting thing here in Nial's quest. Everybody knows the name of the antagonist, whereas in Ain's adventure, everyone is totally clueless as to, you know, well, where are the cyborgs coming from? Who's leading the cyborgs? No one knows what the heck's going on. Nial's adventure? It's Loon. It's Loon, 100%. Everyone's like, yeah, it's Loon. Is it Loon? Yeah, it's Loon. Haven't seen it for 1,000 years. It doesn't matter. It's Loon. So, anyway. So I think I've covered all of the bases as far as how that parallel theory exists. And I thought Loon died many centuries ago. Nope, he did not. Hello, sir. It's not possible. He'd be over 1,000 years old. Or something. There's also, I think it's cryogenic sleep is how the story goes. Anyway. And he was he was awoken. So the thing that, the catalyst of awakening both Siren and Loon was when, of course, the moons were moved back by Reese and Party in the first generation. That's why I said, everyone's to blame, because it's Lyle and Lena's gems, and Ren with the ability to interact with all of the technical equipment that made the moving backs of the moving of the moons or the satellites back possible, thereby awakening Siren and Loon and allowing them to prepare for and launch their campaigns of terror on the peoples of all the worlds in Elisa 3. Siren, because he being the cyborg and maybe the more efficient, was able to launch his attack more quickly. I mean, granted, it still took him 15 years, but still, he was able to attack first, and then Loon, he was organized. We see Loon's troops in Ain's adventure, so he was organizing, and then after Siren was defeated, he launches his attack on the Orakians. So, anyway, it all works out. And it's very interesting how it all works out. But like I said, it's a wild theory, and one that many Phantasy Star fans that I've encountered, over the internets over the years have speculated about. And that may be one of the things that draws people to this game, is that the whole parallel universe theories, and how, well, the generations, they could have all coincided or coexisted together. This is how. And the third generations, I don't think it works out quite as much. Let's see. We can go ahead and overwrite Reese. Yeah. Thank you. So anyway, I think that's it. That's the theory. And I don't know about the third generation, if that could even possibly work out. But there is a funny manga out there. It's a short manga that was made many, many, many years ago, about what would happen if all four of the third generation characters ran into each other, by some temporal anomaly, and had an adventure together. It's pretty funny. It's it's intended to be comic or comedic, and it's pretty funny. But anyway, so now we're at Satera. There's just one. I think there's just this one dude who's left. I think he's the only one that remains. Alright, Ren gained a level. Prince Nial, run before Loon's army finds you. Even now, they're pouring out of a southern cave. Alright, so interestingly enough, Satera shows signs of battle and combat, right? It shows the castle being, with huge collateral damage to it. Obvious signs of battle. So why didn't they do that in Ain's adventure? Because you talk to somebody in, is it Ago? I think it's Ago Castle. When you talk to one of the people in the courtyard, they're like, Cecile and Shisoran are in flames. What? And so it's like, well, why, when we go to those towns, is there no indication that there's been a battle or, anything? So, we could make, the easy answer is lazy programming. But who knows why, I don't know, maybe they ran out of time. We'll talk later about, yeah, we'll talk later about that. I'm not gonna even drop the name of it, of the topic of conversation. Alright, I don't think there's anything here for us to really do. Why are we fighting chirpers? Like, seriously. So let's move on. But yeah, this is the whole castle. You know, there's only one guy to talk to. Let's see, I think so. Anyway, you learn that, and there's not even any town, right? It's just you go straight up to the castle. Let's see, you'll learn that someone is named Noon. Okay, yeah, I'm just. Okay. Yeah, there's nobody here except that one guy. I just don't want to wander the entire courtyard. Yeah, one soldier remains. Okay, so now we're gonna follow the eastern coastline. And it's interesting how when you marry Lena, this bridge is built, right? So Satera is now accessible. And in Ain's adventure, of course, it's not accessible. Another thing that's thrown in there that makes the parallel story, parallel universe theory exist or work. Because another thing that could have happened with the Orakians is when all the Orakians saw Siren coming and heading into the Layan lands, well, into Iridia and then into Aquatica, what could have happened is everybody could have fled up to Satera. Because as we know, we don't find Sarai in Satera, we find Sarai in Landon. So anyway, we're gonna just head down here to the southeast. And this cave, for some reason, does not require a gem. It's an interesting thing because up until now, the passages between worlds, they have, they've been sealed, and every cave, every passageway to another world requires a key, or in this case, a key in the form of a gem. So that's something that's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and throw a couple of heals on everybody. Just top everybody off. Look at that walk, just like his dad. I think the way that it goes is all of the main characters who are mostly Arakian have this particular sprite, and all of those who are mostly Layan have the sprite of like Lyle and Ain, I think. I can't remember if Sean has that sprite and Chris, or if it's just Sean, and then Chris, Aaron, and Aiden have the sprite like Reese and Nial. I don't remember. We'll find out. Am I even going the right way? I should probably look at my Landon map. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, because it said south, and then let's see, can I get through here? Let's see if I can squeeze through the mountains right here. No, I have to go all the way around. Alright, that's fine. Because there's our cave. At least I think that's it, right? I'm looking at my map here now, and I don't see any alternatives that we might have missed. This is always fun to do. Oh, ambushed. Okay. The temptation to use the fast forward button is real, but nah. Especially when I get ambushed. And they just spam Zan at me. It's like, meh. What's really great is when you're like in Ain's Adventures, right? And you come across that flopper, and it casts Zan on your entire party. It feels like it takes a year for it to get through its spell cast, because of how long its battle animation is. Alright, here we go. Elysium we go. And let's see, I think Elysium is an Iraqian world? I think. I don't remember. Alright, let's just go. Alright, that's interesting that we're coming across these guys. Just don't poison me. That'd be so rude. Okay, so we need to go here. Wait. Oh, wait. We go straight down, my bad. And then once we get to the bottom, then we turn left or turn west. Come on. Alright, move into level. Alright, and then if we go here, I think we have to turn. Oh good, someone else is poisoned. Let me see here. I think we turn north? Yeah. Oh, we have to anyway, derp. I'm just looking at the chests and trying to make a straight line to them. More of these guys from the first generation. Okay, ceramic ribbon, alright. Is that what you have equipped? Nope, I've got a hunting ribbon equipped. Do I need to? Nope, I don't need to antidote people yet. Let's see. We're gonna take kind of a zigzaggedy approach here. Let's see. Go here, turn south here. Yeah, there we go. Should be a chest right here. Yep, there we are. Laser shot, we're not going to equip that. It's not really, I mean, it gives us more damage, but it's a single target, so it's not nearly as effective yet as the ceramic shot. The ceramic shot, we're just like in Ain's Adventures, we're going to probably keep it deep into the second generation. Let's see, we want to go to the stairs, but then we want to turn north to get that one chest way up there. Alright. Let's see, everyone's poisoned. Monomate. Crap. And your anti is dreadful. Great. Oh, it worked. Thank you. Almost out of TP. Oh, good. Alright, and there we go. There's our chest, which has a, I think it has a shield in it. Yep, there we go. We'll sell that for a little bit of cash. We surprised the monster! Alright. Okay, we are now in Elysium. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and we'll go to the next town, which is Divisia. Oh, hello. Excellent. And then we'll just, we will save and call the episode. Cyclops. It's a pretty effective peck dance they've got. Alright. Hello, good sirs. Loon's sister, Alaire, is in Divisia's castle. Okay, so yeah, this has got to be an Arakian world. That's why it didn't require any keys to get here. Go through the castle to reach southern Divisia. Alright, let's talk to people. Loon and Alaire were frozen for 1,000 years. So they were frozen. Alright. Why is there never anybody home in houses? Or anywhere? It just doesn't make sense. And I may have griped about this already 21 times, but it's like, why do you create shops with second levels if you are rarely ever going to put any NPCs or anything, any interactable item in it, right? I mean, the chapel slash healing house, whatever you want to call this, is the only exception, because you have your reviver dude on the bottom floor and your anti-poison girl on the top floor. And it's like, okay, well that's cool, but why even do that in the first place? Whatever. Just silliness. Okay, yep, save the game. Nial. Alright, in our next episode, we're going to find more about this Alaire. We're going to talk to the King of Divisia. And get to southern Divisia. I think that we're already level 5. Yeah. Let's see what else is going to happen. Just looking here at the notes. Not the notes, sorry, the weapon index. See if there's any upgrades that we even want to consider. We got ceramic equipment here, which is okay. I'll probably get a couple ceramic claws from you. Anyway, we'll find out all of that in our next episode. So, until that episode, so long for now.